Greetings and welcome to today's session. I congratulate everyone upon entering this new year, 2025. And today I begin with our usual video lessons. And today I would like us to look at this KABS ICT Resource Center Senior 3 End of Year Examination. So you remember previously we had looked at paper 2 for this Senior 3. So today I want us to look at paper 1. Those who missed paper 2, here when you go to the YouTube channel, when you go to YouTube, search for KAKURU BENARD. That is the right spelling of that channel, KAKURU BENARD. So when you reach there, please also remember to subscribe and be part of this family. That is the YouTube channel. We also have we also have other platforms where you can receive these resources. For example, when you search KAKURU BENARD, you click on it and then you come to more. When you click on more, you will find that you can visit the website for KABS ICT Resource Center. So that is the website, it is opening. We also have a WhatsApp group. You can join this WhatsApp group. You can also join the WhatsApp channel where you receive all these updates and much more. So from there, that is the website, KABS ICT Resource Center website. Get time, visit this website and get to know much about the KABS ICT Resource Center, what we do, the products and services, and all that. So, those who missed the paper 2 of Senior 3, so when you go to KAKURU BENARD channel, yours is to come to videos. You scroll down. As you scroll down, you will find Senior 3 ICT End of Year Paper 2. So get time, go through this very video lesson of Paper 2 and see how we approached those numbers. So today, as I said, we are going to go through this Paper 1. Paper 1 had two sections, A and B, and it has 3 examination items. Section A has 1 compulsory item. Section B has 3. Answer 2 items from section B. Answer 3 questions in all. So, item 1 is compulsory, and it says, in Uganda, many rural schools face challenges accessing resources for teaching and learning due to distance and resource limitations. Kato's secondary school, located in Kabale District, recently received a grant to install ICT tools for virtual learning sessions with schools in Kampala. Task: explain how virtual learning sessions between Kato's secondary school and Kampala-based school can be set up using ICT tools. Part B, discuss the necessary safety precautions Kato's students and teachers should take to protect personal data during these virtual learning sessions. So this is item 1, that is compulsory, and now I want to look at its approach and expected responses. So this is the guide that I have prepared for this very item. So item 1, we need to begin with an introduction, and with the introduction we are saying that virtual learning sessions bridge the gap between resource limited schools and well-resourced institutions. By leveraging ICT tools, Kato's secondary school can access quality education content and collaborate efficiently with a Kampala-based school. Proper setup and data protection measures are essential to minimize the benefits of this grant. So that is our introduction, and I would like us to have that score for introduction, which is at least 1 score for the introduction. So let's now look at part A of the question. where we are supposed to explain how virtual learning sessions we are going to see how these virtual learning sessions between Kato's secondary school and that school based in Kampala can be set up using the ICT tools. So meaning that we are going to give out the procedure and those tools that we need to set up. So here we start setting up virtual learning sessions using ICT tools. So to establish a virtual learning environment, Kato's secondary school can follow these steps. 1. Here, we shall need at least computers or laptops. And here in setting up, remember the tools we mentioned, both hardware and software. So to begin with, we need computers or laptops. These ones, we are going to install computers or laptops in the ICT lab or in a classroom for students to use. So we mentioned the ICT tool and we briefly explain it. We need internet connection. So internet connection, this one is to ensure a reliable broadband or satellite internet connection to enable seamless video conferencing. Then we need webcams and microphones. Here we are going to equip each computer with webcams and microphones for audio and visual participation. We shall need speakers and projectors. These ones, we use speakers and projectors for group participation in a large classroom or in large classrooms. Then we need power backup. We need to install an interruptible power supply, that is the UPS, to counteract power outages during sessions. Then we need the software. So we are going to install and configure the software. 1, we need virtual conferencing tools. We are going to install applications like Zoom, Google Meet, or Microsoft Teams to facilitate real-time communication. More to that, we need a learning management system, that is an LMS, where we are going to utilize platforms like Google Classrooms, WPLMS, or Moodle to share learning materials and assignments. We need screen sharing software. So this one will enable screen sharing during collaborative lessons. So from there, in our procedure, we can conduct trial sessions. Here, we are going to organize test sessions to ensure all hardware and software are functioning correctly. We are also going to train teachers and students on using the ICT tools efficiently. So this was under the tools and the procedures. We are going to set up our virtual learning sessions and the tools. Then part B of the question was asking us to discuss the necessary safety precautions Kato's students and teachers should take to protect the data during these virtual sessions. So here, necessary safety precautions to protect the data, to protect personal data. So data security is very crucial in virtual learning environment. Thus, Kato's secondary school should implement the following precautions. 1, we need secure user credentials. At this level, we are going to use strong passwords for accounts on video conferencing and for the learning management system platforms. We are also going to ensure that there is periodic password changes to have maximum security. More to that, we need to control meeting access. So here, for example, we are going to use features such as waiting rooms. We are going to have meeting passcodes to prevent unauthorized access to the sessions. More to that, we are going to limit screen sharing privileges to the hosts or the teachers. Not everyone should share screen, otherwise your screen can be taken over by hackers. More to that, we need to educate students and the staff on data privacy. We are going to train participants not to share sensitive information such as addresses or financial details during the virtual lessons. More to that, we are going to avoid sharing personal photos or files unrelated to learning. More to that, we need to protect communication channels. How? we are going to use end-to-end encryption platforms for video conferencing to ensure communication security. We are also going to monitor chats and send message features for inappropriate use. More to that, we are going to implement device security. Here, we are going to recommend installing and regular updating antivirus software on all computers. We are also going to disable auto-login features to prevent unauthorized access in shared environments. More to that, data backup. Maintain regular data backups for important files and session recordings in secure or offline storage. So here, we have managed to provide safety precautions to protect personal data. So when you look at our introduction, we had 1 score. Then for part A, where we were providing how to set up the virtual learning sessions using the ICT tools. So here, at least for all the tools you have mentioned, you get your 4 scores, identifying a tool and explaining it. So briefly identify a tool or a procedure and then you explain it. Then from there, part B, if you have mentioned at least 4 protection measures, I mean a minimum of 5 protection measures, you get 4 scores. Then we need to have a conclusion. With the right ICT tools and strict adherence to data security measures, Kato's secondary school can create a safe and effective virtual learning environment. This approach will enable students to access quality educational resources while ensuring their personal data remains protected. So here we also have 1 mark or 1 score for the conclusion. So when you get the 1 mark for introduction, the 1 score for conclusion, those are 2. 4 marks on part A, 4 scores on part B, those are 10. Then we add 1 for the format of this document, the format of the way you have presented your scores, that is 11 out of 11 for part A. So this one is the evaluation grid to help you as you score your learners. You must give a focused introduction. That is 1 score. Then you explain how to set up the virtual learning environment using the ICT tools. So if you identify and explain 5 or more steps and their tools, at least you get 4 maximum scores, and the list continue reducing depending on the number of tools you have identified and explained. Then part B, you have to discuss the necessary safety measures. At least identify and explain 5 or more of them, you get maximum 4 scores, and the scores will keep on reducing depending on the number of the questions you have identified and explained. Then give the conclusion 1 score. The format of the document, 1 score on that. So for now, we have finished our item 1. So having completed our item 1, we now see item 2. Section B, we are supposed to answer only 2 items. But for this video, we are going to answer all the items. So item 2 says, Wandegea High School is organizing an inter-school career fair. They plan to showcase live presentations about career paths in ICT to students gathered in the school hall. Task: advise the organizing committee on the hardware devices needed to set up a live presentation. Explain how each device would support the presentation and outline essential safety measures to ensure the hardware devices are used efficiently and without risk. So here, item 2, we need to see how best we are going to advise the organizing committee on the hardware devices needed to set up a live presentation. Then more to that, we are going to explain how each device would support the presentation and the safety measures to protect those hardware devices or using them without risk. So we need to see how to approach this item too. So those who haven't grabbed some of these resourceful books, the books are available for your grab. So we have these number of books from Senior 1, the Elite Information Communication Technology ICT, Senior 1 Teacher's Guide, Senior 1 Learner's Book, Senior 2 Learner's Book, Senior 2 Learner's Book. Then I also have this ICT Mastery. So the ICT Mastery book, this one covers Senior 1 to Senior 4. It is a guide to theory and practical sessions. So grab this book and improve the ICT skills. Whatever you have been watching on this YouTube channel regarding a new curriculum and much more is in this ICT Mastery. So all these books are available for your grab. More to that, up your game in website designing, step-by-step guide to designing websites using Expression Web. This is the easiest web authoring software for students who are trying to chase time. Grab this book. It is a manual guide, step-by-step, to help you design websites using Expression Web 4. Then those who are advanced and you are looking at applying these skills in the field of work while designing websites, I advise you to take a practical approach on designing websites using WordPress. It is a step-by-step guide to creating your own website, the easy way out. The book has well outlined steps in creating websites using WordPress and how you will host that website you have designed using WordPress. Free hosting. The guide is in this very book. Then I've talked about the ICT Mastery. Grab that book and do the best this very year. Teachers, learners, get a copy of this book, get copies of this book across the country. Then A-level students, there is a practical approach to subsidiary ICT. All your practical needs in A-level are sorted. I also have soft copy notes of theory. The theory book is not in hard copy, but at least you can grab it only in soft copy. So this A-level book is also an ultimate guide that you need. Let's now look at item 2. When it comes to item 2, we have already read the question for item 2, and now let's see the guide. Introduction. So we must begin with an introduction for our item. Live presentations require proper ICT hardware to ensure clarity, visibility, and smooth delivery of content to a large audience. To make the career fair a success, Wandagaya High School must select appropriate hardware and implement safety measures to protect both equipment and the users. So this is our introduction. So with our introduction, we have 1 score. Then we are going to recommend the hardware devices and what they can do towards this fair, towards this live presentation fair. So we are going to recommend the following. We need at least a laptop or a desktop computer. This one acts as the central device for storing and running the presentation, videos, and other multimedia content that we need for our presentation. So we don't expect you to define what a computer is, but tell us what it can do within this live presentation. Another gadget, we need a projector or another hardware device, a projector. This one projects the presentation onto a large screen, ensuring that there is visibility for everyone in the school hall. We need a projection screen This one, it provides a flat white surface for clear and high quality display for the projected content. If you don't have a projector screen, you can project on a white wall. More to that, speakers. The speakers, these ones, they amplify audio for clear sound delivery, ensuring the audience can hear videos or the presenter's voice. More to that, we need a microphone. This one, it enables the presenter to speak clearly and be heard across the hall. More to that, we need a clicker or a remote control. This one, it allows the presenter to navigate slides without having to stay near the laptop by improving engagement. Here, some of you have come to do facilitations at your schools. You have seen me using my smartphone to control my laptop wherever I fix it as I project. That is one way, that is a remote control. And you can come to my YouTube channel. You go under videos, you look for that video controlling your laptop remotely using an app called remote mouse. So here is the video. Turn your smartphone into a wireless mouse. So get time, watch this video on how to use your smartphone to control your laptop or computer remotely as you are addressing that gathering. More to that, power backup. We need power backup. Ensure the devices continue functioning during power outages. Then we need cables and connectors. We need HDMI or VGA cables to connect the laptop to the projector, while the audio cables link the speakers to the laptop. So these are the devices and their function. If you have at least identified 4 of the hardware devices needed, then you are getting 4 scores, minimum 5 devices. But then another one, we'll need also to talk about the software part of it. So you can talk about the presentation software, where you will insert all your multimedia, Microsoft PowerPoint, where you insert your multimedia presentation and all that. Then steps for setting up these devices. We shall position the projector and the screen at the front of the hall for maximum visibility. We can connect the laptop to the projector and speakers using appropriate cables. Then we shall test the microphone and speakers to ensure clear audio. Then we shall use a remote control to test the slides and we navigate through. So the task also was telling us to outline the essential safety measures to ensure devices are used efficiently without risk. So here, 1, we need to ensure that there is cable management. How? Secure all cables with a tape or cable organizers to prevent tapping hazards. So meaning that we can use some cable seals, or we use a cell tape. We put them in a proper arrangement. Ensure that cables are not stretched to avoid damage. More to that, stable power supply, where we are going to use an interruptible power supply. Then we can also use surge protectors to prevent damage from power surges. Then we need proper ventilation. We are going to place the devices like projectors and laptops on a stable flat surface in a well-ventilated areas to avoid overheating. More to that, we need device maintenance. Under device maintenance, we are going to regularly clean the projector and the screen to maintain image clarity. Then ensure microphones and speakers are checked for functionality before the event. Then emergency protocols. We can also have fire extinguisher nearby for any electrical fires. Then we can also train the staff on how to turn off devices safely in case of emergency. More to that, safe handling. We are going to use padded cases for transporting fragile devices like projectors and microphone. We are also going to allow only trained personnel to handle and operate the equipment. So it is from this that we have given the essential safety measures to ensure the hardware devices are used effectively without risk. Then here, for any 5 measures, you get your 4 scores. Then let's conclude by equipping the carrier fare with the recommended hardware and adhering to these safety measures. Wandegea High School can deliver a professional and risk-free live presentation, ensuring an engaging and informative experience for students. So here, this is our conclusion and also gives us 1 score. Introduction 1 score, conclusion 1 score, body for the devices to use and how they will be used, 4 scores, a minimum of 5 responses. Then how can we take care of them? At least a minimum of 5 responses, 4 scores, total 10. Then the format of the document, that is the format of the document, 1 score, which is 11 out of 11. So this is how we have approached item 2. So some of you on my different social media platforms, you have seen me advertising this resourceful external hard disk. It is 500 GB. So when you get this, you really become a resourceful ICT teacher. Even students can grab one because this one, it comes with already loaded content. All the videos that you are seeing on this YouTube channel, most of them, I put them on this resourceful external hard disk. So it has all those video lessons, the latest videos on UNEB papers 2024, those draft guides, elements of construct, how to approach different items, then video lessons on WordPress, video lessons on Expression Web, video lessons on word processing, video lessons on spreadsheets, video lessons on databases, video lessons on presentation, video lessons on programming, those who want to start programming skills, video lessons on desktop publishing, video lessons on whatever you need to know on website design. There are other mock papers and their solutions, other UNEB numbers of past years and their solutions, paper 1 and paper 2. Then it includes also seminar materials, a lot of sample papers. It has softwares that you need as an ICT teacher or a lab technician, and also to equip your computer lab. So softwares like Expression Web 3 and 4, Dreamweaver, WordPress and XAMPP, all those files, Windows from Windows 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Microsoft Office from 2003 up to 2024, activators for all your Office and Windows, Microsoft Visual Studio. Those who are fighting with N computing, the virtual space software is there. Encarta, all those offline libraries, Encarta Britannica, Adobe Master Collection, those who are interested in Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Collection is all there, plus UNEB past papers, both for A-level and UNEB O-level, mocks with their marking guides. Get this resourceful external hard disk. You find that I include all these materials that you need. All these softwares that you need are all there. So you can pause the video and look at all these materials that are on this resourceful external hard disk. Look at all these resources that come on the resourceful external hard disk. So this hard disk is 500 GB. Alternatively, those who need a faster gadget, you can secure this SSD. The SSD is 256 GB or 512 GB external SSD. SSD is a solid state device, so it is very portable and it is as small as you are seeing it. So that is when it is connected. All the resources I mentioned on the external hard disk are the ones we put on this SSD. It is also external drive like that one. So let's look at item 3. With item 3, it says, due to a recent rise in cases of malaria, your school has been chosen to provide information to help prevent the spread of the disease. You have been asked to research and compile information on malaria, including causes, symptoms, prevention, and treatment options. Task Part A. Describe how you would search for information on malaria, organize it, and share it with the community members using the ICT tools. Part B. List the precautions you would take to ensure safe and respectful internet use when gathering and sharing information. So we need now to approach this. So here I've paused this. Make sure you look at the evaluation grid for the item 2 that we have just provided. Look at it, pause the video, and study the evaluation grid or the scoring guide. So we are now looking at item 3. Item 3, of course, introduction. ICT tools play a crucial role in researching, organizing, and sharing information efficiently. Using these tools, information on malaria can be disseminated to the community to raise awareness and prevent its spread while ensuring safe internet practices. So this is our intro with 1 score. So from there, let's see how we are going to search, organize, and share information using ICT tools. Let's begin on researching the information. So on researching the information, we are going to use search engines. Here, we use reliable search engines like Google to search for keywords such as malaria causes, symptoms, malaria prevention, and treatment. We must use trusted websites. We are going to focus on reputable sources like World Health Organization website or the Uganda Ministry of Health website and other academic sources for accurate information. More to that, we can also use e-libraries. E-libraries, these ones, we access digital libraries such as ResearchGate or PubMed for detailed studies and reports on malaria. How are we going to organize our information that we have researched? Organizing the information here, the document software, here we can use Microsoft Word or Google Docs to compile the research findings by creating sections for causes, symptoms, prevention, and treatment. We can even use spreadsheets. Use spreadsheets or Google Spreadsheet or Google Sheets to organize data such as statistics on malaria causes and prevention statistics. Then, presentation tool. How are we going to use presentation tools? Use PowerPoint or Canva to create an engaging visual presentation summarizing key points for community sharing. How are we going to share the information? We started by researching how we have organized the tools, and now let's see how to share the information. So under sharing the information, we are going to use posters or flyers. Here, we can use desktop publishing software like Microsoft Publisher to design posters and flyers for distribution in the community. We can also use social media platforms, share summarized information, that is infographics, and awareness message through school social media accounts, e.g. on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. That is how we can disseminate information to the gathering. We can also have community meetings where we are going to use a projector and a presentation software to deliver the information during a scheduled gathering. So here you may find that how to research, how to organize information, and how to share it. Here, at least according to our explanation, 4 scores are given here. Let's now look at part B, the precautions for safe and respectful internet use. 1, verify information sources. What are we going to do here? Ensure all sources are reliable and credible before using or sharing information. Also, avoid spreading misinformation by cross-checking facts from multiple sources. Part 2, precaution 2, respect copyright and intellectual property. Here, use publicly available or licensed content when downloading images, videos, or research materials. More to that, always credit sources appropriately in presentation and publications. Then next, protect personal information. How? Avoid sharing personal or sensitive information such as phone numbers or addresses on public platforms. More to that, avoid plagiarism. How? You can paraphrase information and write original content when compiling research findings. More to that, you can even use plagiarism detection tools like Grammarly or turn into in to ensure there is originality of the content. Next, adhere to community guidelines. Here, we are going to follow the rules of social media platforms and online forums when sharing information. Also, avoid using harmful language or images that might upset or misinform the audience. Next, ensure data security. Let's use strong passwords for online accounts and enable two-factor authentication for security. Still on security, avoid clicking on suspicious links or downloading unverified files during the research process. So here, at least if you have identified 5 precautions for safe and respectful internet use, 4 scores. Then let's give a conclusion. Generally, by effectively using ICT tools for search, organizing, and communication, the school can create a comprehensive and impactful awareness campaign on malaria prevention. Observing safe and respectful internet practices ensures that the information shared is reliable, respectful, and beneficial to the community. So 1 score for the conclusion. So total also 11 when you add the mark for the document, for the format of the document. Now, this is the evaluation grid. You must give a focused introduction, describe how to search, organize, and share information using ICT tools, explain 5 or more methods or tools, and the 4 scores are there. The scores will keep on reducing depending on how many methods or tools you have used in searching document software and social media platforms, etc. Then the precautions, at least if you have identified and explained 5 or more precautions, 4 scores maximum, and the scores will keep on reducing depending on the responses provided. Conclusion, 1 score. The format of the document will also give you 1 score. Total 11. So this means that it is from here that we are now going to look at item 4. Item 4 says, the Community Development Office has set up a computer lab in your local area for public access. However, many people use the computers for extended periods without understanding the potential health risks. Task: prepare a short report. Part A, you identify common health problems from the long-term computer use. Part B, explain practical tips to avoid each health problem. And part C, you encourage safe computer practices for community members, especially on posture, screen breaks, and lighting adjustments. So here, let's prepare a short report for item 4. So before we talk about the responses and the evaluation grid, so get time, you visit KABS ICT Resource Center website. So on your browser, you go to the address bar and type KABS ICT Resource Center, like that, center, TRE, center.github.io. You press enter and visit KABS ICT Resource Center. It is live. Visit the home page. Look at what we are really bringing to you. Look at the About Us page. Look at the products and services, the Contact Us page. So go through the KABS ICT Resource Center by typing this link. Let me make this link more visible by pasting it in Microsoft Word. So here is the link. I will also include it in the video description for your reference. So yours is to type that link in your URL, KABS ICT Resource Center.github.io. This website is freely hosted. Anyone can access it. You visit it and then you can contact me for any of the services needed. So let's look at the approach to item 4. When it comes to item 4, this is the expected response. We are going to give a report for promoting health computer practices in the community. That should be your title. Introduction. The introduction of public computer labs provides opportunities for learning and development. However, prolonged computer use can lead to health problems if precautions are not taken. This report highlights common health risks, practical solutions, and best practices to ensure safe computer use for the community. So this is our introduction. So with this intro, 1 score. Now, in our report, we are citing out common health problems for prolonged computer use. 1, eye strain. Eye strain is caused by prolonged focus on screens, leading to discomfort and difficulty in focusing. There is back pain and neck pain. This one results from poor posture and prolonged sitting without support. You need to sit at an angle of 90 degrees. Then repetitive strain injuries, which we normally abbreviate as RSI. This one is caused by repetitive movements such as typing or mouse use, leading to wrist or finger pain. More to that, headaches. These ones are triggered by improper lighting, screen glare, or prolonged focus on screens. There is fatigue. With prolonged use of computers without breaks can lead to mental and physical exhaustion. So here we have been giving common health problems from long-term computer use. Let's now look at practical tips to avoid each of the problems. How can we prevent eye strain? We can follow the 20-20-20 rule. How? For every 20 minutes, look at an object 20 feet away for 20 seconds. That is the 20-20-20 rule. Then more to that, to prevent eye strain, adjust screen brightness and contrast to comfortable levels. More to that, you can use anti-glare screen protectors and position the monitor slightly below the eye level. Number 2, on the tips to avoid health problems, reducing the back and neck pain. Here, we are going to use an ergonomic chair with lumbar support. Also, sit with feet flat on the floor and knees at an angle of 90 degrees. Also, adjust the monitor to be at eye level to avoid neck pain. How can we avoid repetitive strain injuries? That is RSI. Here, we are going to use an ergonomic keyboard and mouse to reduce strain on wrists. We can also take short breaks for every 30 minutes to stretch fingers, wrists, and the arms. More to that, we can keep wrists straight and relaxed while typing. How do we minimize headache? We are going to position the computer to reduce screen glare from windows or lights. More to that, use proper lighting that isn't too dim or too harsh. More to that, stay hydrated and take short breaks to relax the eyes. How do we combat fatigue? We need to take screen regular breaks, stepping away for at least 5 minutes every hour. Also, alternate tasks to avoid prolonged periods of screen use. If you have something to do in the book, go and do something in the book, or go do any activities outside of the screen. Also, get sufficient rest and ensure proper hydration throughout the day. So here, let's now see how best can we encourage safe computer practices for the community members. So to promote the safe computer use for community members, they should adopt the following habits. 1, proper posture, sit upright with back support to avoid slouching. Then ensure the monitor is positioned at comfortable height and distance, 20 to 30 inches away. Regular breaks, schedule breaks to relax eyes and stretch muscles. Encourage users to stand and move around during breaks to improve saturation. More to that, lighting adjustments. Ensure there is ambient lighting. Ensure ambient lighting is sufficient to prevent screen glare. Use curtains or blinds to reduce sunlight glare on the monitors. Adjust screen brightness to match the surrounding light levels. Conclusion: by understanding the risks associated with prolonged computer use and implementing these practical solutions, community members can safely enjoy the benefits of public computer lab. Regular awareness sessions on healthy computer practices should also be conducted to promote long-term well-being. So this is our conclusion, which takes 1 score. The format of the document, this short report, also 1 for the format of the document. These are also 11 scores. Because here we have provided at least 4 scores if we have given practical tips to avoid each health problem, and also 4 scores for the common health problems. So it is at this level that we have completed all items. So take time and look at the scoring guide. I've paused, play and pause to look at the scoring guide and how best you can utilize it. So I continue to encourage you to follow all the content that is posted on this YouTube. So every week at least I ensure that I post a video for you. So keep following, subscribe, and share the link to our colleagues out there who would like to improve skills in computer and passing ICT this very year 2025. So here are my contacts: 077 56 10762. You can call me or WhatsApp me and get any of these resources: the resourceful external SSD, the resourceful external hard disk, the practical subsidiary ICT book, ICT mastery for the new curriculum, Senior 1 to Senior 4, both theory and practical combined. More to that, WordPress step by step, Expression Web step by step, and also theory notes and practical from Senior 1 to Senior 4. Learner's book, teacher's guide, all of them are there. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of these video lessons. Happy New Year. God bless.